making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
The WNBA is losing its mind, and for good reason. Caitlin Clark just proved why she's a once-in-a-century phenomenon. She's the first athlete since Michael Jordan to land her own signature basketball shoe. Yes, that Michael Jordan, the most iconic and valuable athlete in the world.
Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
And Caitlin, she's reached that level in just her rookie year in the WNBA. Her impact isn't just limited to basketball fans. She's shaking up the entire sports world.
Where he's like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it. And it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
Her talent, it's on another planet, a level that players like Angel Reese can only dream of. But hey, can you blame them when you're this good? Jealousy comes with the territory. Haters are just part of the package when you're dominating the game and changing the culture all at once. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a revolution, and everyone, fans and critics alike, is watching her every move.
Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal.
Caitlin Clark has just flipped the script on women's basketball and frankly the entire sports industry. She's not just making history, she's rewriting it. In case you missed it, Clark has secured a deal with Wilson Sporting Goods, becoming the first athlete since Michael Jordan to have her own signature basketball collection. Yeah, that Michael Jordan. It's a seismic shift that puts Clark in a league of her own. Let's be real, this isn't just about slapping her name on a basketball and calling it a day. This deal screams power, progress, and proof that women in sports are no longer settling for scraps. For decades, women's basketball has been sidelined, underfunded, and underappreciated, but Clark, she's in through those barriers like they were never there. Her deal with Wilson isn't just a win for her, it's a massive W for every female athlete out there grinding for recognition. Clark has been breaking records and next on the court since her college days. Remember Pete Maravich's NCAA scoring record? Yes, she shattered that led Iowa to huge victories. Check. And while everyone else was busy playing catch-up, she was out there building a legacy. She's not just a basketball player, she's a game changer, plain and simple.
She is the Michael Jordan. Like, I know you're not a major basketball
Him, I know.
but she is the Michael Jordan of female.
And now the Michael Jordan comparison, at first glance it might seem like a stretch, but think again. Just like MJ transformed basketball into a global phenomenon, Clark is reshaping the WNBA and women's sports as a whole. She's got the skills, the charisma, and most importantly, the ability to pull in audiences who wouldn't have given women's basketball a second look before. Speaking of audiences, let's talk numbers. Games featuring Clark have seen viewership skyrocket, like triple the WNBA average. National broadcasts are now pulling in 32 million viewers. For context, those are numbers that would make even the NBA blush. She's not just filling seats, she's filling entire arenas. Her team, the Indiana Fever, smashed attendance records with over 340,000 fans this season. That's not a fluke, it's a phenomenon. And it doesn't stop at the arenas. The WNBA's digital footprint has exploded. In just the first week of the season, the league's social media channels racked up 157 million video views, a jaw-dropping 380 increase from last year. Who's at the center of that buzz? You guessed it, Clark. She's not just playing the game, she's driving the conversation, the clicks, and the age.
Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
Economically, she's a one-woman goldmine. The WNBA's merchandise store record-breaking sales, jersey sales. Clark's leading the pack. Fever merchandise alone saw a 193% increase. Let me repeat that, over 1,000% growth. Because of one rookie. That's not marketability, that's a movement. And the sponsorships, oh, they're pouring in. The league sponsor media value hit $136 million this year, and almost half of that is tied directly to Clark and the Fever. She's turning brand deals into an art form, bringing in high-profile partnerships, and proving that investing in women's sports isn't just the right thing to do, it's smart business.
For Caitlin Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. I mean, she's ahead of Steph Curry. Steph Curry is behind her on the list.
But wait, there's more. Clark's influence extends beyond the court and into the economy. In Indianapolis alone, her impact is valued at $36 million, from ticket sales to merchandise to the ripple effects on local businesses. She's single-handedly lifting the city's economy, and she's just getting started. Caitlin Clark's rise isn't just about stats or records, it's a full-blown cultural reset. She's the blueprint for how women's basketball should look, feel, and thrive in the modern era. Every young athlete with dreams of making it big is looking at Clark and thinking that could be me. Her influence isn't just in the numbers, it's in the way she shifted the narrative. She's not just a basketball player, she's a walking, talking revolution. In 2024, Time magazine dropped the mic by naming her Athlete of the Year. Let's pause on that. Not Basketball Player of the Year, not Female Athlete of the Year, just Athlete of the Year. That's a title reserved for people who redefine what's possible, and Clark's doing just that. This recognition isn't just a pat on the back, it's a global spotlight shining on her, and by extension women's basketball. It's a moment so overdue, it's embarrassing it took this long.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball.
And Clark's not just making waves on the court, she's stealing the show off it too. When she showed up at the Time dinner in New York City, it wasn't just another appearance, it was a statement. She's not just a basketball star, she's a cultural icon, rubbing elbows with the who's who of the world. She's proving that athletes can and should have a seat at every table, from boardrooms to red carpets, and every step she takes outside of basketball is a giant leap forward for women in sports. Comparing Clark to Tiger Woods isn't even a stretch at this point, it's a fact. Just like Tiger turned golf into must-watch TV and completely changed its economics, Clark is doing the same for women's basketball. She's redefining how people see the game. She's proving it's not just worth watching, it's worth investing in marketing and obsessing over. Not many athletes in history have had this kind of pull, but Clark's already in that rare air.
She was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else.
But with great power comes, well, drama. Her meteoric rise hasn't exactly been smooth sailing in the WNBA. Some veterans in the league aren't thrilled about the spotlight she's soaking up, and can you blame them? Clark's instant popularity and multi-million-dollar deals highlight issues the league has been grappling with for years: pay disparities, lack of recognition, and the struggle for respect. She's not causing the friction, she's exposing it. And the league, they're finally waking up. The WNBA recently threw down $50 million to upgrade to charter flights and started working on a new collective bargaining agreement to bump up player salaries. This isn't charity, it's survival. They know Clark is a once-in-a-generation player, and they're scrambling to keep up with the momentum she's created. It's about time, but let's not give them too much credit for reacting to what's been obvious for years.
They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be drama because they're jealous.
The buzz around Clark has also ignited talk of expansion. The WNBA has been long overdue for growth, and her ability to pack arenas and bring in viewers has put that conversation front and center, with more people tuning in and showing up than ever before. The league is being forced to think bigger. Expansion isn't just an opportunity, it's a necessity. Clark has made it crystal clear the demand is there, so what's the hold up? And then there's her $28 million Nike deal. Let that sink in for a moment. That's not just a paycheck, it's a mic drop. It's the kind of deal that says female athletes are just as valuable as their male counterparts, if not more. Clark isn't just cashing in, she's setting the bar. Brands are finally realizing that betting on women's sports isn't risky, it's smart business. And Clark, she's the jackpot.
The idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pros?
As the WNBA rides this wave of attention, the question now is whether they can keep up. Clark single-handedly put them in the spotlight, but sustaining that momentum is a whole different ballgame. The league can't afford to lose. They've got to expand, innovate, and capitalize on the energy Clark has brought. And this isn't just her moment, it's theirs too if they're smart enough to seize it. Caitlin Clark's career is just getting started. And the impact she's already made is jaw-dropping. She's not just breaking records, she's breaking barriers, redefining what's possible, and setting a new standard for women's basketball. The real challenge isn't whether she can keep it up, it's whether the league and the sport can rise to meet her level. One thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark isn't here to play by anyone's rules, she's here to rewrite them.